Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. My name is Nurita Rahayu and I am student at UIN Syarif Hidayatullah Jakarta. So welcome to my books review. So today, I want to tell you about the biography or the book that I've read. So this book is part of a biography series from DHK publisher, and from this publisher, there are also a lot of biographies about a famous figure, and I will show you the picture. So this is the version, like a full version from this DHK publisher series. And there are a lot of books, right? So this time I want to tell you about DHK life stories, but in the Anne Frank version. So this book actually has two different covers, but the content of the book remains the same. So I think the first cover is very simple, which is just a picture of Anne Frank and given like a green color effect, so like this. So simple, right? And the other cover, in my opinion, is very interesting because it is made a kind of illustration of Anne Frank's, and there are also several pictures that are related to Anne Frank. So this is the cover, and I think the point is that this cover is much more colorful and interesting than the first cover. So you can see the difference between two of them. And actually this biography was written by Stephen Kransky. So he is a famous author and he has published like over 90 books. That's so much book, right? So he is so amazing. Okay, let's talk about the book. So this book tells stories about the journey of a Jewish young girl and her family, whose name is Anneliese Mary Frank, or also known as Anne Frank. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about Anne Frank and what her life was during her lifetime. So Anne Frank was a child who was lucky to be born into a family that really loved her, but her happiness or her joyful existence in Germany. So actually she lived in Germany, and yeah, her joyful existence in Germany turned into misery when the Nazis, who at that time were led by Adolf Hitler, had a full power over Germany and organized a boycott of Jewish people across the country. So not only a boycott the Jewish people, but Adolf Hitler also banned the business of Jewish people. So because of this situation, Anne and her family moved to Amsterdam. So however, the Nazi also held control of Amsterdam during World War II, and because of this, Anne Frank and her family hide from the Nazi in a warehouse behind a building in Amsterdam. So the warehouse, also known as the Annex, and when Anne was 13 years old, she received a gift from her family, like kind of a diary, and then they're hide in the annex like for 2 years before the Nazis found out about their whereabouts. And then they were arrested by the Nazi and sent to a concentration camp. So at the concentration camp, Anne passed away from a typhus. So actually all of her family died in the concentration camp except for her father. So after knowing the outline of Anne Frank's life, are you guys interested in reading this biography?
No.
No? Okay, I will tell you why you should read this biography. So, this biography is written very well and tells in full of the story of Anne Frank's life from birth until she died. So, as a reader, I'm carried away by the atmosphere from this book, such as being sad and angry about what happened in Anne Frank's life. And I really appreciate the author's beautiful writing because it can get us carried away. Apart from that, this biography also includes a number of pictures and illustrations of Anne Frank taken throughout her lifetime. And as a reader, this adds to our ability to use our imagination and visualize what might have happened to Anne Frank at that time. So there was also one part that I could learn from this book that also I can get a feedback from this book. So the part is when Anne wanted to be a journalist she said it wouldn't matter if she wasn't good at writing books or newspaper articles because she would still write for herself. And 2 years after her death, the diary that she had written about her daily life and how her life was during her stay in the annex was successfully published and become one of the most popular books because it has been translated into more than 70 languages and published around the world. So these books that's based on Anne Frank's diary. So this truly motivates me to keep having dreams and goals that I will achieve because I believe that all the things that I dream of and plan for, it will come true one day. So by reading this biography, I also hope that you will get the same feedback as I did and even more than that. So in addition, I really like this book because the vocabulary used by the author is very familiar and understandable. And when there are terms used by the author, so at the bottom of page, the author explained the meaning of the term. So this is very helpful and make it easier for us to understand and certainly help us to have a new vocabulary. And I think this book is also very suitable to be read by children because, as I said before, that the use of language or vocabulary in this book is very easy to understand. And especially this biography tells the story of Anne Frank's life, which she was a child. And if this book read by a children, and I think this can make them learn about the life of other people who might not live as lucky as them. So because this book is more suitable for children to read, so I think adults might be a little bored and feel this book is not appropriate for them. But for myself, I really like this book, and this book also very easy to read, and so I don't need to spend like a lot of time when reading it. So this book can also be a reading solution when I want to read a book but I don't have much time. So I think that's all that I can deliver, like to review this such as amazing book. So I hope you also read this biography after watching my review. So thank you so much for your attention. See you in the another video. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.